Hello again and welcome to part 2 of my 100 subscriber special video, coming to you as Jeremiah, Lord Jeremiah, the Golden Falcon Wolf and Sun God Prince, who is my fursona. Anyway, so this is part 2 of that, but part 7 of me talking about my life series, so it's like a crossover sort of thing as well. So I said I was going to focus on doing my life story time sort of videos, which is going to take forever because a lot has happened to me, I guess. I wouldn't really say that my life has been like super exciting, but obviously a lot has still happened. I'm sorry about the wind. I'm hoping that's not drowning out my voice or anything. It's really annoying. I do it inside, but I've got nowhere to do a good video because it's a shit tip in the house, so I've got no good backdrops. All the backdrops will just be dark because it's very dark in there. The lighting's not that good, and the room where the lighting is better, that your backdrop would be some lovely boxes stacked up. So yes, this looks really ideal. Anyways, so as my 101th subscribers special video, I'm dressing up as my persona. I have made a couple of other videos where I wear this, which is not really part of my series, but just specifically a video talking about Jeremiah. And also like acting / role playing as Jeremiah. So I think I will upload that like after this one, separately, because it is separate. But be prepared to see more videos of me dressed as Jeremiah because I quite like the look anyway, so it's really great. And as it's my fursona, why not? So I've stopped the, I don't know what it's called, the stand that moves as you move. I've stopped the movie feature because it's annoying. Because even when I'm stood still, it keeps moving. And I just want to stay in this shot. It looks stupid. So I will do a bit in a bit, where I do start it again so it can follow me around so you can see my outfit better as I walk around. But for now, I will talk about the stuff. So we had one person in the comments criticizing me for the first time. Again, I've had this channel for 3 years now. Yes. So I'm proud of. And again, I've been proud of the fact that in these 3 years of making videos, even if it's not been constant, and where I've had breaks of not uploading anything, for which I feel guilty about. But just remember that life does get in the way and happen and stops me from making videos sometimes. Or I just don't feel up to it, you know, it happens, doesn't it? But I feel motivated to do it again. So I will be probably doing this for as long as, probably just like for the whole of like spring and summer, and then probably winter I'll go back to not really making much videos, but I will try to, even in winter. I'll just be making them more in the house or outside if the weather's not too bad. I can always, what the hell was that? I don't know. I can always bundle up and make a video outside if it's not like dead damp and wet and just like horrible. Yeah, I could do like outfits where I'm all bundled up. There's somebody there. Who's that? I didn't even notice anybody there. I'm talking loud, so they'll probably hear everything, which is kind of embarrassing, but well, who cares. Right, yeah, the criticism. So yeah, so in the 3 years, I've not had any much criticism. I'm trying to think, have I? I had more criticism on my old channel. How many channels have I had now? There was my mum's one, which was my Dorian one, because she had a Google account before I did, and I just like it was already logged in, so I just thought, oh, because I didn't know that you had to have like a Google account to have a YouTube account. I thought, oh, it's separate. So I just logged in. I didn't even realize at the first. So I just created a YouTube channel for myself, mainly so I could watch videos. And then I decided to start making videos. And I just made crappy home videos where I just recorded random shit and uploaded it. And then I started doing just like videos where I was dressed up in my wolf gear. I did ones where I was wearing my wolf hat, and then when I got the ears that go with this tail and stuff like that. So that was my very first channel, and I think it's called Dory. I think I'm called Dorian on it. You can check it out. It's just a crappy channel, and I did get a lot of. I don't know if I got like a lot of criticism on that one. I barely got any comments on that. Even on the videos where I got loads of views, I didn't really get much comments. But that was my first one. And then my second one, I did a second one. That was called Dorian as well. And I think it's actually called like Dorian's Crappy Videos, because I kind of admitted at the time, because I was aware that my videos were rubbish. So I called them like Dorian's Rubbish Videos or Crappy Videos or something like that. Or Boring Videos, it might have been. Whatever, because I understood that they were crappy because they weren't edited. I made a video where I said something like who cares, you know, people should just enjoy my content for what I put it out. It doesn't have to be edited. I think I put that in the description about how it doesn't need to be edited in order for it to be good. I like to just put out raw content. I don't really like to edit. I can't be bothered, but I don't think it really needs it. I think like raw videos can be good. I don't think that it has to be edited to be good. I did put that. So I said, because yeah, somebody put a criticism saying at the time on my old Dorian account one, saying that you have to edit your videos or something. I guess back then I did. Maybe I did a lot of pauses and stuff. But I didn't know how to edit videos back then. Now I have an editing software. It's just not great, but you know, I can't be bothered. I might do. One of these days I might be bothered. I like to just make them with my phone and then just upload them straight away. One of these days I will do an edited one. One of these days I will start editing them. When I can be bothered, when I don't have like 50 million and one other things to do. Like probably most of these YouTubers, that's their main job, so that's all they do all day is make videos, edit them and stuff like that. Because I heard that they do sort of like spend like ages, like all day. It was like their full-time job, so they spend all day making and editing videos and stuff. I didn't realise there was that much entailed with just making YouTube videos. But it sounds fun actually. That is something I would like to do as a job. Like if that's all I have to do is edit videos all day, I'd be quite cool with that. Doing art as well. Oh, and of course people do research as well for their videos. If it's one of like a more informational kind of video, they do lots of research, so that's part of the job as well. That would take up time as well. One of these days I'm going to do like a proper professional one where I edit it, do lots of research and stuff like that. I would like to do videos like that, like story time videos, or where I review things. It would be like a lot of fun to do that. But right now I'm just putting out raw content where I do like talk about my opinions on things and my life as a theory and stuff like that, or my life in general, and just showing off my outfits. And that's enough for me. I just don't really have time to do all that other stuff, because like I say, my full-time job is really being a carer for my mum. So that's what I do most of the time. And then in my free time I do drawing, I'll watch YouTube videos, and I'll do some colouring of digital art of my characters and stuff. So that's what I do. So most of my days are taken up by doing chores and stuff. Boo. But my dream life would be to just do this sort of thing all day, do videos, dress up, go out as well. Like I could do videos out and about. Anyway, back to the criticism. So yes, so on my last YouTube channel, which is my main YouTube channel, I did start putting out theory and related content. When I discovered them and bought my first pigtail ears. And I did get a lot of criticism on them, as I have mentioned in past videos on here as well. But I won't get into that. But it was a lot. There was more criticism than praise or anything. But I didn't really understand why at the time, because I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. The only thing I really can figure out that I did wrong now is that I just didn't really talk much in my videos. So it did look like, I guess they thought I was taking the piss out of Therians. it was a misunderstanding. So for the first time actually being silent, feckin', because they say being silent is like the safest thing you can do or something. It's like, no, the fact that I didn't talk much in my videos except say just simple things and make me just walk on or run around showing my outfits off in the videos. People got offended by that apparently. So I guess they're wrong about staying silent can be your best option or something. It wasn't. Whereas with this channel, because I actually talk about stuff and explain stuff, I guess people like to take it seriously. So it's been more sort of nice. I have gotten more nice comments. So just recently. Guess you can't just like expect nice shit forever. Such a shame. So I'm here just like chilling, doing my thing, doing what I love, doing what makes me happy, being me, doing my thing. Hey, you expect to get shit from people, the ignorant people out there who don't know anything about anything and they think that everything you do is weird. Okay, so I've talked about that a lot, but now I've got like people on here like criticizing me or questioning me or whatever. So I've got that recently. You know, whatever, it just gives me more things to talk about, I guess. Which can't be a bad thing. No things to complain about. You know, you guys know how I like to rant and rave and rant and complain. That's another thing I kind of like to do. I wish I didn't have to, obviously. I wish I didn't have to, obviously. But, oh well, see, that's how I do have to, and things do happen that is annoying. And not very good, I suppose, you know. I suppose it gives me something to talk about. Yeah, of course I've had to have people, like, criticizing me for doing these videos. One person said something like me having double-mindedness and, you know, either just pack in the crazy or go all out, something like that, he said. So basically it was in response to that video where I said I like dressing up like this and I would love to go out there and like show off me looking like this in my tail and ears and stuff, but obviously I can't do that realistically because people would think I was weird and strange and I'd get like a bad reputation and stuff because I already have like a bad reputation around here. God knows what, I don't really know exactly what it is, but either like being mentally ill, being delusional, being like that I think that I'm a wolf or something, like for real or something, like I'm not delusional, but whatever. You do get some Pytherians that are kind of delusional and really do think that they can turn into a wolf. Like I had one guy from the last pack I was in who kept going on about how he was going to magic himself over here for some reason, I don't know, to have a sleepover or something. I'm like, you can't really do that, you can't like teleport, you can't really teleport. Like you can shift, like a mental shift it is. Obviously you can't really turn into a wolf, like where you actually look like a wolf. But you can do like a mental shift where you really feel like you are the wolf. Like when you meditate or like get hypnotized into thinking you are, like having that experience as being a wolf. Like you can do that, and a lot of Therian videos are about that sort of thing, mental shifts. But you can't really physically do it. But I would never sort of think that, I would never sort of tell him that, I suppose, and burst his bubble, like if he thinks he can really do it, because I guess he like enjoys that. So I wouldn't burst his bubble. Because like I say, I went through that where I wasn't exactly delusional, but, you know, I like to think that my fantasy life was real and stuff when I was 12, 11 sort of age groups. My mum kept saying it wasn't really real and stuff like that, and it used to break my heart, even though I knew, really, because I wasn't delusional. And I did know the difference between reality and fantasy. It was just like a little bit of magic in my life, and I really enjoyed it, and it was like really rubbish when she burst my bubble about it. Even though I knew anyway. But I didn't like it keep being pointed out. But people who maybe really think that, or maybe they don't really think it's real, but they like to pretend it's real and think it's real, that I would never sort of burst their bubble or whatever. But the only thing that it didn't sit well with me is that he actually thought he could really teleport over here or fly over here or whatever it was he said he was going to do. So obviously he can't do that. If he thinks he can do that, then that's great. But, you know, he can't do that, so don't say you can do that to me when you can't really come over here like that. Unless he's actually planning on driving here or flying by aeroplane or something and pretending he's like sort of, you know, make believing that he's like sort of really flying or teleporting or something. Yeah, that's fine, but you can't really do it, can he? I don't know. And if you really think you can, I suppose that would be delusional, wouldn't it? Anyway, so that's the criticism, I suppose. So yes, so he said go all out or pack in the crazy or something. It's not really crazy. I said that, and a lot of theorists have said that it's a spiritual thing. So you're really being sort of ignorant and what's the word? Prejudice, is it? Like about my spiritual beliefs, if you're criticizing my doing this stuff, this theory and stuff. I guess he doesn't understand theory-anthropy. A lot of people who don't understand it and don't know anything about it call it otherkin as well. There is a difference between Therian and otherkin. Otherkin is more mythical creatures. So it's people who spiritually believe that they are mythical creatures. Spiritually. And they like to sort of act as those mythical creatures. Whereas Therians, so it's like a subgroup of Therians. Otherkin is a subgroup. They are Therians, but they're a subgroup of Therians that are specifically mythical creatures. So I do have an otherkin self, which is the centaur, like I've said before. In one of my last videos, I said I have a centaur persona as well, stereotype. And I also sometimes draw my fursona as a centaur, like he has a centaur farm. You know, I also have like a mermaid one as well. But it's not, again, it's not really crazy because it's not like you really think you are these things, but you kind of believe that you are like spiritually that species. But yeah, otherkin is different from Therians, but it is a subcategory of Therians, I think. It's just a different... So Therians are animals that do exist and stuff, whereas otherkins are animals that you don't see, that are mythical creatures. So I guess they believe that they do exist. I don't know if mythical creatures exist, but maybe these people do believe that they do. Or they like to pretend that they are the mythical creatures. I like to think that they do exist. It would be kind of cool, but I don't know for sure. I don't know. In that respect, I'm sort of agnostic, if that's what you can call it. Like with religion, if you're not an atheist and don't believe at all in anything. An agnostic is somebody who is kind of open-minded to it, but they don't believe that it exists, but they don't not believe either. They're kind of open-minded to the possibility that it might be a thing. So I'm sort of agnostic when it comes to mythical creatures, because I don't really know if they exist. They might do, but I've never seen any, so people claim to they're either crazy or lying. I don't know. Some people, but you know, there's like fake stuff going around, so you don't know. My makeup's coming on. Oh well. Still think it looks okay. I need a haircut again, because it's my stupid fringe. Not. It's not really a fringe anymore, is it? It's hardly a fringe. So anyway, so when he says pack in the crazy or go all out, I'm presuming he means like either go out there dressed up or don't do it at all or something. I'm like, what? You don't obviously watch my videos properly, because I said you have to be careful. You can't tell someone to do that. You can't tell a Therian to go, oh, well, you must go out there and show off your Therians to everyone and just dress up and possibly make yourself look ridiculous, get bullied and get a reputation. Oh, don't do it at all. No, you can't do that. You can do the in-between. And the in-between is where you just dress up and express your Therianness or furriness in the privacy of your own home, or with other people that you know accept that sort of thing, or environments where you know the people accept that sort of thing, like Therian meets or just like going to a place where nobody knows you and doing it maybe. Like I probably would. If I might possibly be more brave to dress up like this or just my tail and ears if I went to a city that I don't live in. You know, a big city or something, or the countryside where I could just, and if people see it, they don't think anything of it, and they just think it's a novelty or something. Like there are some environments where you can go all out and do it all the time and show yourself off. But there are situations and probably places and certain people that you can't reveal you're crazy to, as this guy put it. This guy said about looking crazy. Remember, Therians, this guy calling me crazy, so this means he's calling y'all crazy. All of you, all of us Therians and furries crazy. So it's not me saying it, it's him saying it about us all. But just remember, we're not crazy. We're just doing our thing, we're having fun, we're expressing ourselves, we're expressing our desires, our spiritual beliefs, and just what we want to do. If you want to call it like pretending to be an animal or a wolf or whatever, yeah, fine, we're doing that. Okay, you know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't hurt anyone. So at first I thought this person was a troll. They do seem to be a bit reasonable, but I think they might be a troll. I don't know. But they also criticised my appearance in one part. I think it's because I was wearing a mask or something. Like, how could you even tell? You have bad skin, or he said I got bad skin. Ugh, okay. You can't really tell in the mask. It's so stupid. I mean, you can't do that. You're a grown-up. You can't just criticize people's appearances. He's got videos where he does criticize somebody. Probably a few people. I haven't watched all the videos, but it's like, well, these are really bad people. Like, you can criticize them, I guess. They've sort of earned the right to be criticized at this point. But what I'm doing isn't really that bad. What the hell is going on with this? What I'm just doing is like harmless and innocent. Like, you can't really do that. You can't do that. If you're like what's the word I'm looking for? A serious like person who just is like gonna criticize people who do bad things. Like, this person gets criticized for doing bad things to dogs and animals, contradicting themselves. They're really nasty to their viewers and their followers. They've been really nasty. They've confessed to doing horrible things with their house, to their partners, to their children and stuff like that. Like, they've confessed on video about it. So yeah, I can kind of understand them being criticized, like even about the way they look or whatever. But like, if you're gonna criticize somebody, it's kind of better to just criticize the things that they've done bad rather than their appearance. You know, it's like, you've got to be sort of, what's the word, gets the point, if you will. Like, don't just pointlessly have a go at them for no reason. And I'm the same. So in that video, the videos I've been criticized for is, I guess it's because I was complaining that I get bullied around here, or I get criticism from like the local people. I get a reputation from the local people and stuff like that. Maybe that's it. And then I'm like, oh well, I'm showing myself off looking like this, or I do this because I've been somebody said this once to somebody else. They said, oh well, you know, if you don't want to be bullied or whatever, then don't do this stuff, like dress up, don't sort of put yourself out there to be sort of criticized. It's like, well, we can't hide. It's kind of like we want to find a place where we can do this stuff because it makes us happy. So basically, you're telling us to pack it in and stop doing what makes us happy, just so that we don't get bullied. So basically, to satisfy the bullies, we've got to stop doing what we like to do, which is dress up and act like our stereotypes and furry types, our furries, you know, fursonas or whatever animal they are, you know. It's kind of, that's stupid, that's crazy. You can't tell people to not do it because, you know, oh well, if you don't want to get bullied for it, then don't do it then. It's like, oh, that's stupid. I mean, it might be kind of logic in a way, but that's more crazy. packing up the crazy. Oh, that's less crazy than actually. It would be crazy to stop doing what makes you happy. This makes me happy, dressing up, making videos, and showing myself off. Looking brilliant, yeah, like awesome. It makes me happy. But I've got to pack it in because I've got to, kowtow to what everybody wants. Which is, I mean, it's not like they don't tell me to stop. Oh, actually, I have been told to stop. It's like, you're years old. It's, don't you think it's time to pack in the wolf life? That's what somebody said to me. Like, it's none of your fucking business. Like, who does it hurt? It doesn't even, affect them in any way. It only affects me. Like, if you're just giving me advice, like, oh, stop doing it because, you won't get bullied then if you stop doing it. Like, that's kind of nice, okay. But when people say, oh, you're this, you're just like, this is like a kid saying this to me as well, so it's kind of even more condescending and disrespectful because it's a kid saying it. It's like, oh, you're too old for this now, you should be stopping doing this. It's like kind of arrogant. It's kind of like, oh, that makes me want to do it more. Like, if someone's going to tell me to stop doing it because it offends them for some reason. Like, it's not like it's hurting anyone, but it offends them for some reason. Like, I'm not going to stop doing it to please you. It's like this person saying, packing the crazy. It's like, I can do whatever I want as long as it's not hurting anyone. Like, I don't even care. It's like, oh, this makes me happy. And it's kind of freeing to act crazy. If you want to call it crazy, it's kind of freeing to be crazy. And it would be boring to sort of be normal. Wouldn't it? Normal people are boring. This is more fun. Being crazy and silly. And looking amazing, because I think I look more amazing, like, sort of dressed up than I do in normal, regular clothes and makeup and stuff. This is more fun. Anyway, I could do a part 3 of the 100th video special, and also part 10 or whatever of my life story thing. Even though this wasn't really about my life, I guess. It is kind of. So it'll be like part 3 about the criticism thing. See you in a mo.